This is what you need to remember. You need to understand that this is a vacuum cleaner having 3 wheels, A, B, and C. Every wheel's performance is different. A rotates on a spindle to allow for direction changes as well as forward and backward movement. B and C are fixed to revolve around their axles to perform only forward and backward movement and have an electric motor attached. This is what is the scenario given to you. And then now they have talked about this wheel. This is taken from the book. Actually, this question is taken from the book. Wheel A is rotating, wheel B and C are fixed, and only a motor is attached. Again, you can see, by the way, again, once we will be devising the topic of motors and these things, I will be asking you their definitions as well, and I hope that you will be knowing them. An 8-bit register, again, you can see this is an 8-bit register, and this is shown to you with the help of different colors just to make it understandable. That first 2 bits, or you can say not first 2 as such, MSBs, position motor B. This will be 1 if motor B is on, and this will be 1 when motor B is off. Now this is what it should be understood. It's not a difficult thing, just a little bit of understanding is needed right now, that this is the position of your motor B. If motor B is on, this will be a 1. If motor B is off, it will be a 1. Okay, is that clear? Is this first combination clear? Then I'll move ahead. Any problem faced here, then I will explain this first. Yes, thank you very much for answering. But is there anyone who is facing any problem? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, now just be attentive, very attentive. I was talking about the first 2, which are shown through green color. Yes, I'm going to explain it, but be very attentive. Yes, I'm explaining. Now moving to this one, we have these 2 bits, and you can see they are shown here, and they're telling you that what are they for. These are for motor B, and motor B, if that motor B is on, assume that motor B is on, so this will be a 1 here. But if, for example, motor B is off, then this will be a 1 here, just to depict that motor B is off. Is that clear? It is not like that. Okay, normally we have a motor B, which is a 1 means it is on, and a 0 means it is off. That can be a scenario, but right now, since I have more bits and less data, that is why we are putting these 2 bits for motor B on or off. Similarly, if you have understood motor B, then the next 2 bits are for motor C. If motor C is on, this will be a 1. If motor C is off, this will be a 1. Is that clear to everyone? Is that making some sense? Yes, everyone. Is that clear? Like, now we are going to handle the motors on or off by this thing. Okay, I will definitely explain this part once again, but let everyone be very attentive. It's very simple. It's very simple. The next 4 bits are very easy, but I want you all to concentrate on the first 2 for motor B and the next 2 for motor C. Basically, this is a little different thing as compared to what we normally have. These 2 bits are for reserved for motor B. Okay, the first 2 bits. These 2 bits are reserved for motor B, and the next 2 bits are reserved for motor C. Is that clear? Is this first point clear to everyone? Yes. These 2 bits are reserved, the green color shown through green color are reserved for motor B, and the next 2 are reserved for motor C. Is that clear? Now moving further, if, for example, motor B is turned on, it's working. So in that scenario, it will be shown through a 1 there. Okay? If motor B is on, it will be shown by a 1 here. On the contrary, if motor B is off, this will be a 1 here. Now these are reserved for motor B on or motor B off. So if, for example, this bit is on, this 7th bit is on, it means I will be able to understand that your motor B is off right now. Is that clear to everyone? Yes? Now similarly, if I move further, I have motor C, and this motor C is shown through these 2 bits, the next two ones. And if motor C is on, it will be a 1 here. If motor C is off, it will be a 1 here. Is that clear, Anam, to you and everyone else who had faced a problem in the beginning? Then I'll move further. G Faizan, Basil, anyone has any problem? G. Children, you can unmute yourselves. You can unmute yourselves. No worries that you can unmute yourselves. Any problem faced by anyone, so please very quickly unmute yourself or raise your hand. Ji Daniel, are you clear? Please, Daniel, unmute. Quickly unmute. We are left with 5 minutes in which I know I need to do the activity. So please, very quickly, are you all able to understand? And please remember, I will keep on asking you questions. I'll keep on revising. So for this reason, I want a very clear understanding from everyone. So anyone facing a problem, children, you can unmute yourselves. You have the right to unmute. Right now, I've unmuted everyone. So if you have a question, raise your hand or unmute yourself. Rahim, you have a question? Rahim, may you please tell me what is the question that you want to ask? Okay, if you have no hands have risen, no one is saying anything, it means that you have understood everything. Now moving on to the next two bits, which are for directions. Ji Herman, you have a question?
Miss, I wanted to say, why was motor B like when it was off? So why was it 1?
Yes, again, that is something tricky. That is why I was emphasizing on this thing that normally we consider that motor B off means it should be a 0, isn't it? Isn't it? This is coming to our mind that if any motor is off, then you're going to depict it by a 0. But in this scenario, they're handling it differently. They're putting up what? They are putting up a 0 in case if it is not working, if it is not active. For example, if motor B is on, this will be a 1 and this will be a 0. On the contrary, if motor B is off, this will be a 1 and this will be a 0 here. So this is what is the setting, because we have an 8-bit register and we either not use a bit, or we are going to reserve something else for this. That is up to me. That is my own, I can say, discretion. It is up to me. Yes, because you can say this way as well, that motor B off is also a command which is going to be present in some different manner. It is not exactly same. No, it can't be a 4-bit register. If you pay attention to the depiction, that we always have a register which is an 8 or a multiple of 8. It can't be a 4-bit register. So this is what I mean, I can't work on a nibble. Working on a nibble was okay as far as hex is concerned, but we don't normally work on a nibble. Okay, we work on a byte, completely 8 bits. We never work on a nibble. Okay, is that clear to everyone? Now let's move on to the question. And now the next 2 bits are going to be reserved for the directions of motor B. If motor B is moving forward, it will be a 1 here and a 0 there. But if motor B is moving in the backward direction, it will be a 1 here and a 0 here. Is that clear? Similarly, if I move on to the next 2 bits combination, it is going to be if motor C is moving in the forward direction, it will be a 1 here and a 0 here. If motor C is moving in a backward direction, it will be a 1 here and a 0 here. Is that clear to everyone? Now you can see if the register contains an example is given here. If the register contains 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0, what does it mean? It means motor B is on because it's 1 0 here. This means motor C is on because it's 1 0 here. This means 1 0 again means B is moving forward and C was also moving forward. You can say that this is going to be depicting this thing, that we have both motors B and C moving in the forward direction. Am I clear to everyone? Yes, any problem to anyone? Now, if it's clear, then let's move on to the question. Now, this is the question that you have to attempt and you have to answer. The second part, which second part? Is this clear to everyone? Can I move ahead? Jiriba, which second part? Please tell me which second part you're talking about. Actually, okay, let's move on to this is my second part that is dealing with the directions, and these 2 are for motor B and the last 2 are for motor C. So you can see motor B, if it's moving forward, will be a 1 here and definitely a 0 here, because it is not possible that the motor is moving in two directions. And on the contrary, if this is the scenario, then it means that motor C is forward and there is no movement of motor C in the backward direction. Again, not possible. So that is um, okay. Is that clear to everyone? Okay, now let's move on to the question, the activity, which is taken from the book 1.3. So very quickly, can you people answer activity 1.3 part A? What would be the effect if the register contained the following? Very quick. I want you all to note it down in your copies and start doing it in your copies, and then we will share it in the class. Your answers will be now be shared in the class then. Very quick. A1, A2, A3. Come on, quick. Have you all done it? We are left with hardly 2 to 3 minutes. I want you all to finish it quickly, and then we are going to share the answers right now. Yes, done? Daniel, will you please unmute yourself quickly and answer the first part, A1. Quickly on. Ji Daniel. Daniel, can you please unmute yourself quickly and answer? And please do not start moving out of the class right now. Ji Hamda, may you please unmute yourself? Ahmad? Children, are you here? Will you please raise your hand, those who are here? Quickly raise your hand. Very quickly raise your hand, those who are here in the class. Yes. Some students have not raised their hands yet. So are they not here in the class right now? Abdul Hanan, Aliza Zahid, Basil, Faizan Fazal, Huria, Umar Asim, Rahim Akhtar, Ikrash. And no answers even in the chat window. If you have any problem, you can unmute yourself, either raise your hand, write down the answer. You have different options available just to show that
Miss,
you're
I do
in the
not have
class.
hand raise option.
They don't have a hand raise option, okay? What about the others whose names I have called right now? They are only here for marking their attendance. Okay, Basil, okay, fine. I mean, this is what I'm telling you, that you have different options to answer. Faizan Fazal? Okay, I want the answer for part A. Very quick answer. I want. Part A. G. Soham, you please unmute yourself and answer, please. Thank you very much. Lower your hands, everyone. G. Soham, you please unmute yourself quickly and answer.
Miss, I've done part 1, and part 1 is saying 1 0, which means that motor B will be on, and motor C will be on 0 1.
Now for the
Motor
second,
C will be off,
perfect, very nice. And what about this
and
one?
motor B will move in forward direction because 1 it's on, and C will move. There are 2 zeros, so it won't move.
It won't move. It means it is still. Okay, perfect. Now let's see part number 2. Yes, Ali Azam, may you please answer? Part 2. A2.
Yes, miss, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So, miss, motor B will be on and motor C will also be on, and motor B will be going in the backwards direction, and motor C will also be going
Perfect, very nice. I hope that you all have understood this very well. Any problem faced by anyone? Please lower your hands, everyone. And what about part C? Because the third part. What about the third part? 10100110. What about this part? G. Mustafa Adwani, is he here? Mustafa, may you please answer? Mustafa Adwani.
Yes, miss.
Okay, now may you please answer for part 3?
This is the motor B is on. The motor C is also on.
Hmm.
And motor B is moving in the backwards direction.
Perfect.
C is moving in forward.
Perfect. Very, very correct. No, it means that this what is the answer for this question. The rest of the activity, better do it. Parts B, C, and D, do it, and we will discuss it inshallah in the next class. I hope that this is clear to everyone. Is the use of binary clear to everyone? Yes
Yes.
or no? Okay, that's wonderful. Now, thank you very much for being a part of the class. I hope that you have learned this topic, and inshallah, in the next class, we will be working on use of hexadecimal. So, I want you all to revise the whole material which we have learned. Any problem faced, you can ask me just then and there.